Nature in our bodies. Mother Nature
is a big man
goes wrong and does things with ourselves.
So you're blaming Mother Nature for kids having cancer, getting raped, being put into sex trafficking rings, that's not God's fault. That's not God's fault, but it is Mother Nature's fault.
Mankind is doing that. God is
What?
not doing that.
But why on earth would you believe in a God that allows that to happen?
Because God,
If God was real, I think he would put his foot down and be like, no.
we don't live in the perfect world.
Because God doesn't exist, Grammy. He wouldn't allow that to happen if he existed. Those poor children do not deserve that. And it's not people. And if it were people, you know what? Saying it is people. They're going to say it was God's will. It was God's will for that kid to be put in that situation. God only puts you in situations you can handle. That child can't handle that freaking situation.
No, I don't believe that.
Everyone else who believes in God throws that in everybody's faces who doesn't, Grammy. It's asinine. Asinine. If there is a God, he's fucked up. Excuse my French. I love you. You know I do.
Yeah.
Just know that I don't believe in Satan. I don't believe in God. That's on you. That is your free will to believe that Satan has gotten into my soul. But he hasn't. I'm literally living for myself and my dog. No one else. My morals are because of myself and my own head. I'm a good person because of my own goodness. Not because of them.
That's what God wants you to do.
God can screw off. And fuck, if I get up there and meet my maker, send me down to hell because of all this. But I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of him. I'm afraid of how I'm gonna die, not when I'm gonna die, or the pearly gates or anything.
Well, I don't have all the answers to tell you. I wish I did.
I have my answers, just like you have yours. You are 120 bajillion% that there is a God, and I am 120 bajillion.1% that there isn't. We are set in our ways. There's no way you can convince me.
It's not that I'm set in my ways, it's just what I have learned.
What you grew up with, what your parents taught you, what their parents taught you, what everybody has been taught, and not to think for themselves. But when you're taught or when you think for yourself, everybody says it's Satan. Oh, it's Satan. Satan's getting into your brain. Because you're thinking for yourself and not going off of a book. Tell me I would be a sane person if I wholeheartedly worshipped Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. That's what I equate it to. It's a fantasy book. Just like fairies. Fantasy. Someone wrote the book, just like the Book of Mormon. Dude was on shrooms. Actually, he was on peyote. He was on peyote when the Book of Mormon was written. I guarantee you, when the Bible was written, they were on something too. There was a lot more hallucinogenic crap back then.
20% when you stay 2 or more nights at participating locations. Book direct at choicehotels.com. Terms and conditions apply. When people call and they say they've tried lots of diets, nothing's worked, or they
Dad prays for me all the time. Doesn't affect my life. Nothing ever has. No prayer ever has. None of my prayers were ever answered.
I just think it's very sad that you don't have...
I'm happy. Don't worry about me, Grammy. I'm happy.
No, I do worry about you.
No, you worry about my soul. Don't.
I don't believe life.
I don't got a soul. Let's just say that.
Listen to me, please. I don't believe that... I believe there's an afterlife.
I always thought it would be so
And we're gonna be
difficult
with God.
to lose weight, but with Golo,
It wasn't the weight just.
And everything
People come up to me all the time.
God says in the Bible, if you turn your back on him, he will turn his back on you.
Is to
Hell.
go.
Bye.
It will release it back and it will
It's for
release it back.
eternity.
Bye. I'm gonna be stuck in a box for eternity. I'm gonna disintegrate into the land. I'm going to become a part of the earth unless the earth blows up. That is my belief. I'm gonna be 6 feet under in the dirt. Or unless I decide to get cremated. Maybe I'll be a diamond or something. I don't know.
Normal protocol from our
Or a
past.
tree. I would love to be put back into the earth as a
Can
tree.
you think of anything that
And we want to make sure that the military
would
knows so that they can provide us
convince
support.
you, not convince you, but get you interested in
So
learning?
Boston calls the North.
I wanna meet Jesus.
Rome, New York, which is part of
Well, if you don't believe in God, there's no Jesus.
Jesus is real. Scientifically, Jesus has been proven as a person. God, not so much. Jesus, yes. His name wasn't Jesus, and he was not white.
If there's a Jesus,
From peacetime to wartime.
then there was a God.
No, because Mary wasn't a virgin. There's no way you can get
That
pregnant.
was the Immaculate Conception.
Grammy, Mary was a whore. She was not immaculately conceived. She had a fucking boyfriend.
These military officers.
Grammy, she wasn't married and she got pregnant, so she told a story.
No.
Yes, Grammy. Jesus was the carpenter's son, remember?
Joseph.
Or
Yeah.
that's Jesus' dad.
Joseph.
It's not God. She was not a virgin.
Katie, where did you learn all of this?
I haven't been going to church, Grammy, because I don't believe in that shit.
Boston Center's on the line. We have a hijack.
I don't. It's not real.
Do you have a general location as to where he is? We're still tracking him right now.
I ran up to the battle cab and talked to the sector commander.
It's not.
And he says, yeah.
And like, you're laughing at me, but I'm also laughing at you. I don't understand how my family can become, or can be a part of that. Organized religion is bullshit. If I were to believe in anything, Grammy, I'd probably believe in Buddha or Buddhism. Because they're all about kindness.
In Langley.
I am the Lord thy God, thou shalt not have strange gods before me. First commandment.
Who wrote the commandments?
I'll take the heat on
Somebody on drugs, probably.
I just wanted to get there.
God.
No. God didn't. Okay, so God is a mythical being who we don't see ever, but he came down to write a book real quick, and then nobody saw him,
And see where it lands.
and then he ran away again. He's back up there.
Well, I can't prove it to you, but there is proof that the Bible is true.
There's more proof that it isn't.
That's what you want to believe.
No, Grammy, there's so much research out there. You don't have access to the internet. You don't go on the internet. You don't research. You don't do your research at all. I do. I am an internet kid. I have the world at my fingertips. Do you really think?
Everything you read on
No, I don't. I don't. I know how to research. I know how to put .gov or anything, or I've been to college. I know how to research correct articles and not satire or stupid things. I read science journals. I've read law journals, like law things that they put, like I'm not stupid. I'm educated.
You were stupid.
No, but you
Target disappeared.
don't think I do my research? I have so much more information at my fingertips than you do yours. Like, you go off of that book, I go off of the internet. There is information on the internet that is very much true, Grammy. If there wasn't, do you really think the Smithsonian wouldn't have a website?
You're picking and choosing what you want.
No. Do you really think I watch KSL, I watch Fox, I watch CNN, I watch MSNBC. I cover all my bases, so I'm not just going on one side. I go to science journals, which is like I can't even think of one of the things right now. But I look at NASA's website, I look at the Smithsonian, I look at everything that I need to know. I go to these places. World Press, BBC, CCTV, I watch that. Just because you think that nothing on the internet is safe doesn't mean that it's not. You don't know how, I know, but you wouldn't know how to research the correct things on the internet, but I do. I grew up on the internet. I know satire from true. I'm not an idiot. Trump people, they don't know how to fucking research anything because they just go off of Fox and that's their thing. I know how to research stuff. So when you do that, I have a lot more information than you do, Grammy. Believe it or not.
So sweet, so crispy. Nobody makes breakfast
Science.
as good as Wendy's new homestyle French toast sticks.
Nobody.
Nope.
It's amazing to me that this world has gotten as far in science as they have with all of these religions